Welcome to this comprehensive tutorial on the AKU Science Reasoning Test structure and timing. Understanding how this test is structured will be crucial for your preparation and success on test day. Let's begin with an overview of the test format. The AKU Science Reasoning Test consists of 25 multiple-choice questions. You will have approximately 30 to 35 minutes to complete the test. Each question has 4 options to choose from. The questions are based on different types of passages, including data interpretation, experiments, and scientific viewpoints. These passages cover various scientific disciplines, such as biology, chemistry, physics, and earth or space science. Now, let's examine the passage and question structure in more detail. Each passage presents scientific information in one of 3 formats. First, data interpretation passages include graphs, tables, or charts. These require you to analyze trends, compare data points, and make predictions. Second, experiment passages summarize scientific experiments. You'll need to understand the setup, identify variables, and interpret results. Third, viewpoint passages present conflicting scientific theories or hypotheses. You'll need to evaluate different perspectives on a scientific topic. Typically, each passage is followed by 3 to 5 related multiple-choice questions. The questions in the AKU Science Reasoning Test assess various skills. You may be asked to identify the main idea or purpose of a passage or experiment. Some questions will require you to interpret specific data points or trends from graphs or tables. Others will ask you to draw logical conclusions or make predictions based on the information provided. And finally, you might need to evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of different scientific arguments. The content of the passages is drawn from 4 main scientific disciplines: biology, covering topics like cell structure, genetics, and ecology; chemistry, involving chemical reactions, properties of matter, and solutions; physics, including concepts of motion, energy, electricity, and waves; and earth and space science, covering geology, meteorology, and astronomy. While the test doesn't require advanced subject knowledge, a basic understanding of these areas will help you interpret the information more efficiently. With only 30 to 35 minutes to answer 25 questions, effective time management is crucial. This gives you approximately 1 to 1.5 minutes per question. Let's discuss some time management strategies. First, skim the passage quickly to get a general understanding of the topic. Second, focus on the questions and refer back to the relevant parts of the passage as needed. Third, don't get stuck on difficult questions. Make your best guess and move on. Fourth, use process of elimination to narrow down your choices. Finally, pace yourself and leave a few minutes at the end to review your answers. Let's look at a simplified example of what you might expect on the test. Here's a data interpretation passage with a graph showing the relationship between temperature and reaction rate for an enzyme-catalyzed reaction. A typical question might ask, at what temperature does the reaction rate reach its maximum? Looking at the graph, we can see that the reaction rate peaks at around 40 degrees Celsius, after which it begins to decline. This is a basic data interpretation question that requires you to read a graph and identify key points. To summarize what we've learned about the AKU Science Reasoning Test, it consists of 25 multiple-choice questions to be completed in 30 to 35 minutes. Passages include data interpretation, experiments, and conflicting viewpoints. Content is drawn from biology, chemistry, physics, and earth/space science. The test assesses your ability to interpret information, analyze experiments, and evaluate scientific arguments. Effective time management is crucial for success. By understanding the structure and format of the test, you can prepare more effectively and approach the test with confidence. Good luck with your preparation.